Good evening, our wonderful and amazing listeners, and welcome to what promises to be another informative and exciting episode of Healthier You here on Radio Maria 91.3 FM, the voice of truth. Thank you for joining us today. Hope we all seize the opportunity availed to us by the long weekend to rest. Don't forget, it is very important to our health to take breaks, relax, and play. I am Stephanie, and with me, as usual, is
Ekene, and I'm very happy to be with you guys again once more this Tuesday evening. I would like to seize this opportunity to wish all our Muslim brothers and sisters a very happy Salah celebration. Unfortunately, the long weekend is almost over.
I can imagine. Tomorrow is back to hustle and bustle,
But I mean, life goes on, and work must continue. So I hope we all have a very interesting evening this with us today, and we hope you guys really rested. That's the main thing.
You know what it is? Health is wealth.
Health
is wealth, and it depends on us to be able to manage our health so that we can keep living. And that is what we keep reminding them on this program. The more you hustle, your body needs the rest.
Remember, problem not the finish.
You're not the finish, I tell you. Okay, coming up on the program today is the topic, diet and nutrition. We're bringing back our discussion forum for this program this week to help us understand how we are to eat, how we are to actually, live and eat well and be good. Ekene and I will be discussing the topic for the day. And we remember back in secondary school in our introductory classes in integrated science when we were taught the characteristics of living things. Ekene, do you remember that?
Of course I do.
Okay, we actually taught that acronym, Mr. Niger D. Then we used to sing it like, Mr. Niger D, Mr. Niger D. It was a form of cramming to help us understand what exactly the characteristics of living things, So, let's remind ourselves exactly what's Mr. Niger D. We used to sing it there. M for
movement,
R for reproduction, N for nutrition, I irritability, G is growth, E excretion, R reproduction, and D, of course, the one nobody wants to hear about.
Nobody wants that.
It's the way of mortal life. It's the way of mortal men. Death. Okay, but today we're going to focus our program on the N of the Mr. Niger D. And N, we know, stands for nutrition, and is a very important part of our human existence.
Yeah, however, since this is a health show, we'll be talking about eating right, what it means to eat right. And oftentimes we've heard the word balanced diet, so we want to understand what balanced diet is and what makes diet balanced and what doesn't make it balanced. Yes. The connection between diet and nutrition and health, it goes both ways. The health status can be influenced by nutrient deficiencies, and in turn, nutrient surplus can also affect the health of one's status.
Okay, then, we'll be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll delve right into our program. And don't forget, when we come back, we'll call our phone lines so that you can call in and give us your tips on how you eat healthy and live healthy. Okay, so when we come back, we'll introduce the phone lines to you. And remember, you can call, you can send your SMSs, and you can send your WhatsApp. Do not touch that dial.
Welcome back to Healthier You on Radio Maria 91.3 FM, the voice of truth, with your hosts, Ekene and Stephanie. As we were talking about before we went on break, the topic of the day is diet and nutrition. And thus far, Stephanie, can you run us through what we've been talking about?
Yeah, we actually talked about our primary and secondary school song, Mr. Niger D, how the characteristics of living things, and how today we're going to focus on nutrition, which is very important in our human existence. Okay, so today we're just going to delve right into it, and we'll just go right into diet and nutrition and talk about what exactly is nutrition and
diet.
Yeah.
Well, I would say diet can be said to be the total amount of food consumed by an individual. So whatever food we eat is what makes up our diet. Whereas nutrition is a process in which the body utilizes this food for growth, for metabolism, and for repair of tissues.
Metabolism. Okay.
I mean,
we're talking
metabolism.
about metabolism. What are we talking about?
So metabolism basically will be breaking down of the food into forms that can be absorbed and used by the body in order to carry
those
out growth.
nutrients that's
Exactly,
now
and your
going
normal
to the
function.
bloodstream and then
Yes.
go
So
to all parts of the body.
yeah, in essence, so everything we eat and take in makes up our diet. Actually, whether the fries, the beans, the eba, everything that we eat is just what makes up our diet. And then nutrition is now how the body utilizes it in order to nourish you and to carry out all your other functions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we've talked about nutrition and metabolism and what our body does to the food we eat and all that. Exactly, what are we supposed to eat? Food has to do with, okay, different people have what they should eat and what they shouldn't eat, So basically, let's run through it I don't want to delve too much into the biochemical aspect so that I don't get to confuse people. Okay, but we should know that when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to diet, when it comes to eating, actually people don't know this, but there are hormones that are responsible for this process. Okay, and then we have the hormones responsible. We have ghrelin, we have leptin, and we have adiponectin. Okay, so these hormones, they have a way of telling us there's something we call hunger and satiety. Okay, so these hormones, they have a way of telling us, sending message to the brain and telling us, oh, I'm hungry, oh. Like when you wake up and your stomach is all rumbling and the message has been sent to your brain, like that hormone is hitting hard. Okay, so that hormone is ghrelin. It actually tells you I am hungry and I want to eat. Okay, and then you find that we also have another hormone called leptin. Leptin decreases appetite. So that's another hormone that decreases appetite. So we have what we call hunger and satiety. Okay, so the process is I am hungry, I need food. Yeah. So, but it now depends on you to say, okay, what do I eat?
Yes.
That you're hungry doesn't mean you're going to eat a whole load of eba. You understand? And akpu, and once that message is sent by that hormone, like your body needs food. What it just needs your body to do is get in food. It's not saying you should overload your system. Okay, so this is what people don't actually understand, that our body sends signals. And those signals are not meant to derail us, but they are meant to just control us and help us to continue to exist. Okay, so these are and you find that in obese people, for instance, I'm just using them as an example, okay, not to actually, say because they are, but they have found a way to suppress that hormone that decreases appetite. They have found a way to suppress it, like even when the hormone is sending a signal to them and telling them it's okay, they're like, no, your body has just found a way to, the fat tissues have just found a way to adapt to it. So we are joined in the studio by a prominent health specialist, a nutritionist. She's a health coach. Blessing Okafor is with us in the studio. Please, Blessing, can we meet you?
Good evening, Stephanie and Ekene. And thanks for having me here. I'm excited to.
You're welcome. Yeah, and Stephanie forgot to mention she's also one of us.
Yeah,
she's
actually, so she's co-hosting with us today.
Yeah,
and she just wants delve into the whole nutrition and from
and she's
her
a specialist
aspect.
in her subject matter.
A specialist, so she's gonna just put us through the whole nutrition and tell us what it's all about. So. Blessing, before you came in to join us, we're actually talking about nutrition.
Okay.
Mr. Niger D. You remember those songs and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're like, okay, yeah, we've talked about nutrition, what is nutrition and all that. Now you're here. Okay, tell us. We've been hearing of malnutrition.
To be the opposite
of nutrition.
It's like when your body is lacking certain nutrients, especially coming from food and stress and other aspects of health, So if you like when I came in, you were talking about leptin.
Yes.
And most leptin is released when you're sleeping. So if you're not getting enough sleep and you're not sleeping at the right time, your body can also not release that hormones that help
Interesting.
subside hunger. So
Yes, another thing, when you talk about if you're not sleeping enough, you know that ghrelin also causes sleep deprivation.
yeah.
Ghrelin actually does that, okay? Because it's increasing your appetite, and you find out that when you're hungry, you can't even sleep. Like, you know, like
you have to
you
eat
just-
something, and
yes.
most times the things you crave are usually very unhealthy.
Oh,
very
Yeah,
unhealthy, you know.
exactly.
So ghrelin at that point deprives you of sleep, because you know the way our hormones work now.
Yeah.
Once they want something, if you don't fulfill it, it becomes a problem.
And
You
you
know,
keep
so-
eating rubbish
You keep eating
till you
rubbish.
eat exactly what you want.
Yeah, you know, that's why at times you actually advise that have enough fruits and water in your fridge.
In your fridge,
Yeah, so that if you even have to take something at that
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
it shouldn't be more than, of course, watermelon
Yeah.
or water or something to just help you out. Okay.
So we also know that malnutrition, it has different groups. We talk about undernutrition.
Yeah.
We talk about micronutrient related malnutrition, and we talk about overweight or obesity. So please, could you just help us differentiate these different groups of malnutrition?
Undernutrition is whereby you're lacking certain, like in terms of, you talk about protein, you talk about fats, you talk about vitamins gotten from vegetables, from meat. So if you're not having those things in your diet, there's possibility you would lack everything. Like if you're eating junk foods and stuff like that, then you can get into the level of obesity and stuff. And as human beings, we need to track our weights and know how much weight we're gaining and stuff like that.
You know, you actually mentioned eating pastries and all that. Some people actually don't find a problem with this. They just feel that, okay, you come in the morning and, okay, I'm hungry, just get me pizza or something, you know.
And you know the funniest part, when it comes to pastries, they have more calories
A
than
lot of it.
normal food. So even if they're empty calories, they add no nutritional value,
Values.
but they contain a lot of
Stored fats.
yeah, exactly. So
adipose
you tend to
tissues,
gain
know?
weight, and most times like cookies. You see, like one cookie is just a piece is like 100 calories.
Hey,
So you
cookies.
can imagine if
Our way out of food.
then
Really?
then imagine if there are like 10 of it and you consume that. You don't feel full, but you've consumed a whole meal
Yeah.
in just one cookie. Then imagine if you consume 3, you're consuming a lot of
And
calories.
after
You know, we are watching film and they're like, okay, just
And
we're
the
just
biscuit,
gulping the biscuits and it's going in.
and the biscuit is just one of it. You might have Coke, which consumes
Okay,
a
don't go
lot of
there.
calories. You know.
Don't go
we
there.
have an addict in the house, but let's
Who is that? You, I
let's
guess.
let's not call names.
Okay.
Anyway, and you know the
Okay,
funny
babe.
thing, the fact that she said that when you have the cookies and stuff, it's not like it's filling. So after that, you still go and look
You
for an
want
actual
more
food
because,
to go and eat.
Like last week I was talking about sugar. Sugar makes you addicted to, like the more you eat sugar, the more you get addicted. You want more and more and more. So
You find some people putting as much as 8 cubes of sugar in a cup of tea. You know, and you're wondering, like,
even sugar, even the tea, the Milo, like I think yesterday, because I've been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and yesterday I took Milo, the amount of
sugar you
sugar
could see it sedimented at the bottom of the cup. It's enough.
My body was craving it, and if I didn't feed it, most times if you crave something, it's better you eat it than ignore it.
Ignore
because
it.
the minute you ignore it, you get yourself eating things that you're not supposed to eat just to fill in that craving you're having. So you find out that everything we eat, there's sugar in it. Even the rice, even the sweet
Carbohydrate
potatoes,
foods and
everything.
Well, let's
Yeah.
even talk. What about the people that add sugar to their yam when they are cooking it?
People
Are
put
you
sugar,
serious?
yes.
People do
put
that.
sugar. There are some people who can boil yam without sugar.
Sugar.
What?
Yes. And yam already is a carbohydrate staple food.
And
You know, so it's
Yeah.
alarming that people don't take all these things into
very
cognizance.
serious.
They
yeah.
just feel that, okay, it has to be sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that is the notion we have.
Even in the
it
Maggi,
just has to be
in the
sweet.
Maggi, the spices we use, there's sugar in them too.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
monosodium glutamate.
There's
Okay.
sugar in them
They
too.
have salt
so,
and they have sugars. That's
Sugar.
they are sweeteners. Okay, so
so the big food tastes nice, but at the same time they're also killing you. So
yes, you know, so it's we really need to talk about our nutrition, okay? Because people are taking a lot of things for granted.
Even
and
in
then-
fruits, there's
Yes,
sugar.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
there's a lot of sugars, but
Those are
you can work
fructose.
around it, fructose
Fructose.
and all that.
So
Yeah,
when they
so-
go into the body,
they're
they
simple
have
sugars.
more fiber,
yeah,
which aids digestion. So those are sugar that have nutritional value to the
they're
body.
able to break down.
But when it
simple
comes to
sugars,
like pastries and other,
complex.
nothing.
Yeah, we have people don't know, but these are elementary metabolism things that we have simple sugars, we have complex sugars, and those complex ones are really very difficult to break through.
The
Okay,
sucrose.
Okay, so yeah, so when they break down, they keep dissipating and all that, and people don't get to understand all these things. So yeah,
And this pastry is actually something that I think there's also a societal angle to it, because when you talk about pastries, and it seems for some people it's something of display of affluence
oh yes.
to show them
And
enjoying
you see
How
life.
much? Do you know how much a box of pizza
Yeah,
costs
exactly.
today?
It's like 4,000-5,000.
Yeah,
It's
just
about
that's
that.
just like a medium size.
That
Okay.
will feed me with fruits for a whole week.
Wait, that's like a medium size, and when you go for the large ones, you're having it about 7,000. And then you're going to get that pizza. You're getting it with ice cream, or you're getting it with Coke.
And
And
ice
then-
cream alone has almost 2,000 calories.
Okay,
so
so we're not going to do the calories thing now because people are actually going to faint when they start hearing these calories. But when we're talking about
The
these
calories,
calories, how many
exactly.
do we even dissipate? How many do we burn?
for a man, if you want to maintain your weight, you consume about 2,500 calories. For a woman, 2,000 calories. So imagine if you're consuming ice cream just alone, that's 2,000 calories. For a woman,
Daily
you
allowance.
yes, you've consumed that. So some people will say, I'm gaining weight, but I'm not eating much. You are. Something you're eating has more calories than. It's like if you want to lose weight, you eat less calories. You will lose it even though you're not eating something healthy, but you're consuming less calories.
Yeah.
You would lose weight. But the problem is that after a while, you'll start having your immune system becomes weak because you're not feeding it the right nutrients. I'm also an athlete,
Okay.
so I run marathons.
Wow.
So it's like for me to be able to perform at my highest capacity, I have to eat the right food. Because as you're running or as you're exercising, your body is losing nutrients.
And ATPs, yes.
Yeah, so you need to refill those nutrients your body is losing. So fruit, vegetables, even good carbohydrate like rice, sweet potatoes, they would help replace those
Fibers.
nutrients. Yes, exactly.
Fibers. We're still talking about undernutrition. Let's not forget where we are. We're still talking about undernutrition, and we're basically trying to get you into the groove and telling you that your eating does not mean you are having the right nutritive values. Okay.
Yeah.
Blessing here was just trying to elaborate on undernutrition.
Exactly.
Okay, that some people may be eating, but they're not eating the right amount.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so and what we're basically trying to say here is that balanced diet. Balanced diet. Okay, your meal. I know we're taught those days like your meal should contain those basic nutrients. 7, those basic nutrients, and yes, that is what encompasses the balanced diet. It's not that you come out and you're eating rice, plantain.
That's
But that's our normal staple food,
Even beets is carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Makes
has
sense.
carbohydrate, just like it has a
High
protein, high
quantity of
protein.
protein.
And most times
nutritive
when we
values.
make akara and moi moi, we take it with the protein. The
the back.
black
Okay.
side is
And
actually
that
where
back,
the protein.
that back is
Where the
very important
yeah.
because
In
it's what
fiber.
contains vitamins too. The vitamin B3 that helps us against a
Yeah.
lot of infections, a lot of diseases. Okay, so cooking the beans with that back, I think people do moi moi now.
With
With the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yes, people do moi moi with the back. So we just take a lot of things for granted in this part of the world. We have the right nutritive foods. We have them.
We are blessed.
We're blessed.
We really do
yes.
have them.
Yeah.
And we don't even realize
We
it.
don't realize
We
it.
don't even
See,
Since I
know
came
that
back,
even-
since I came back to Nigeria, like my body functions better than it was functioning while I was
Yeah,
abroad.
because
You
you're
hear
just
people that say it's grass that they
exposed
have over
to
there.
the only thing you have there are vegetables, really.
Yeah.
Vegetables. But here, I think we can actually wake up in the morning and you're mixing your food with fibers, you're mixing it with carbohydrates, you're
Yeah.
mixing it with protein, and it's all just readily available.
Yeah, we're so blessed.
Yeah, now when we talk about proteins, okay, I think we have a problem with that in this country.
Yeah.
Coming from the aspect of how many pieces of meat did you put for me? I am a man. The
Overeating.
man of the house. I cannot eat less than 3 pieces of meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going to say about that? Because a lot of people are like,
Yeah.
you see that meat, don't go there. I know as I'm saying this now, a lot of people be like, don't go there.
Yeah, like when you're consuming meat, you're supposed to eat at least one.
Okay. Okay, did you hear
At
that?
least one. She said at least, so you can take 2.
No.
Okay, me.
I
Did
mean,
you
she
hear?
said at
Okay.
least 1.
You see the Nigeria factor we're talking about here.
Even if you see the quantity of meat, like in one soup, they have 5.
Okay, now go to Yoruba party.
And if you're looking for protein, egusi seed has lots of protein. It even has almost the same amount of protein
Let's
as
see.
meat.
In Nigeria, I cannot put egusi for a man, put egusi soup for a man without meat. You want to kill the woman in the house?
You know,
Like-
when we were growing up, it was made that it seemed like the meat was the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't eat your meat until you're
meat
done with the
until
food.
you're done with
So
the
that's the
food.
goal you're looking forward to, the meat, which obviously the more the merrier.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking forward to it, so I guess that's where the mentality
And the
comes
meat we're
from.
talking about, which is the safe one, actually?
In Nigeria, I think the meat here is quite healthy, which are like grass-fed
Yeah.
meat, which is actually the natural way to. So I think eating meat in Nigeria won't really harm your body like the way it will harm your body if you're outside and
Yeah,
they.
because of the GMOs.
Yeah,
and all
GMOs,
that.
but meat here, like the cow,
Organics.
you can eat, but not as much as people consume here in Nigeria.
But then we have those red meat, white meat. People actually want to leverage on that. People are actually always hammering on that. Okay, red meat,
Okay.
white meat.
The
know?
reason why they hammer on that, I think, is when someone is already suffering from high blood pressure, like they're already under like
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
comorbidities.
yeah.
Mm.
So because meat is harder to digest,
Red
so
meat.
so they block your arteries, which
They
takes
actually contain myoglobins, which
Yeah.
are very difficult to break
Yeah,
down, and
so-
they block your blood.
Yes, for blood to pass through like your artery. So if you are someone who is suffering from high blood pressure and your blood is like the blood gathering in one place,
Yeah.
so imagine if the blood, it can cause clotting and also you can
atherosclerosis and the rest of them.
And
There are a lot of
you-
diseases that come with the red
yes,
meat.
you can go into cardiac arrest or things
sure.
like that. So for someone who is already under having some health issues,
Health implications. And I'm
So-
sorry, Blessing, it's not just about there are a lot of
Health risks.
health risks
caused by
associated with this red meat.
Yeah.
A lot,
because
actually.
in Nigeria we know nothing about quantity.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, there are a lot of health
moderation
risks.
is not. It's
You
not.
know,
It's not an option
You have
here.
gout. People don't know that
Yeah.
diseases like gout.
Yeah.
That they have
Quantity.
gout, you have
Because I
arthritis,
think,
and
yeah.
this sediments on your joints and your bones, and then you have difficulty in moving them, and then you're having sharp pains.
Yeah,
And all
for
that.
me, I took meat out of my diet. I only eat fruits and vegetables.
So
Okay,
you're
she's a
vegetarian.
vegetarian.
No.
Okay.
No, I still eat egg, but not too much.
Okay.
But I took meat out because it affects my joints.
Joints.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since
that's
I run
exactly
all the
what we're
time,
just
yeah.
saying.
So
you know, so
It's like
right, because of the digestion of red meat.
it causes inflammation.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so
You have some people's knees, you see some people's joints and ankles, they're just reddish
yeah.
and all that. Okay, these are what causes it. So we'll go right on the break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion on nutrition. Don't touch that dial.